Prenup talk is on the table. The heat is on between Nima and Gigi, and we have a special guest joining us tonight. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
This is like a great song for Gigi's party tonight.
Yes.
Hey, AfterBuzzers, welcome Shahs of Sunset after show. We are chatting things up, and we have a special guest joining us tonight. But before we get started, I'd love to introduce my lovely co-host, starting with...
Hey everyone, I'm Dania Marie.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Nycole.
And I'm Mayte Carrillo, and I think we should do a little drum roll for this, ladies. And we have Shervin!
Yes!
Thank you for having me, ladies. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, we were expecting you last week, but it's okay. You made it today.
You know, we're Persian. Like, I'm
Yeah.
so early.
You're a week, you're like a week late.
MJ's booked out last week, and she'll be here next month.
I know.
We'll see we'll work it out.
We loved having MJ here. Shout out to MJ.
Yes.
She was awesome.
Yes.
Told me.
And congratulations to her as
Yes.
well. So like we were mentioning earlier, we brought champagne and we had all these goodies for MJ, and she was like, no, I'm not drinking. And we didn't put two and two together that she was pregnant. So like the week after when it got announced. So, but congratulations to her.
Yeah,
we're so excited to have you
stoked.
here.
Thank you.
Yes.
We have some juicy questions for you that
I
we're gonna
bet you
probably,
do.
yeah.
Okay. This is what scares me. Right? If it was just like, yeah, we got some questions, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all in. But,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
We're in a room full of, ladies up in here.
Yes.
So
Beautiful women.
we're gonna definitely.
I might say, like, you guys all look so young and wonderful. See, I'm being nice.
Awesome.
So now
Don't
be
fall
gentle.
for it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
fall
we're
for
not.
it.
We're still gonna ask our questions, the hard ones too.
One thing that really I think was the first question that I asked MJ when she was here was we missed Reza's beard.
The mustache.
The mustache, yes.
It was kind of a signature.
Right. Is there any chance that you would get rid of your stash? Because I feel like this is your signature look.
This is kind of the scruff thing is definitely me. I could, but then I'll look 14. So, I don't know. I mean, no, I just look like a totally different person. I feel it's part of your confidence, right? Like, so, and Reza, he was, he lost 40 pounds. Kudos to him. That's a big deal. He still works really hard at it. He still diets really hard. We just had dinner together. He was like, I can't have this. I can't have that. I was like, oh, I'm pretty proud of you.
Wow.
So he's in it. And then now having shaved, it gives you a nice slender look too. So I get why he did it. But yeah, I kind of miss it sometimes too. That signature is, it's Reza.
Do you still have your man bun? I can't even tell.
No. He chopped it.
No more man bun. And ladies.
You guys saw that last episode?
Yeah. And you have the cornrows. I was digging that.
We did that
I was
for a
digging
minute.
that. Yeah.
And that's great for vacation, by the way. You don't have to worry about getting ready. You don't have to worry about doing your hair.
Exactly.
And then when MJ's got, Glam Squad on demand, and you just call the dude over to fix the flyaways. Dope. It worked out really well. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So you and Gigi, I noticed on social media you guys call each other poops or something. How did that even come to be?
Golnesa came up with some name. She called me Pooper Scooper.
Poopity
we were
scoop
out.
scoop.
We were out, and somebody was walking a dog, and they were like, they had this thing. She's like, what the hell is that? I was like, that's a Pooper Scooper. And then so she called me that forever, and then it became Poop, so I just kind of gave it back to her.
I thought it was cute. That's cute.
Thanks. Yeah, well, we're literally like brother and sister.
That was my next question. Has there ever been anything romantic between you two?
0%.
Put that down right now.
Zero. No, literally, it's like my sister. She walked in my brother's wedding. Like,
Okay.
we're brother and sister. Yeah, like she'll tell me some things that only a sister should tell a brother, and I really don't want to hear them anyway, but she forces them to me.
That's
so,
what siblings do.
Yeah. And then also PSA, ladies, we don't smell your cologne.
I know.
And
I
that's
know,
such
I
a-
was so sensitive about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a topic of conversation this season. It's like your cologne. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, I was
This-
I was waiting for that.
In all fairness, I actually in person get a lot of compliments about my smell. Like, oh, what are you wearing? This, that. So Reza just seems to have a very highly overactive sense of smell. His sensory nerves are just,
That seems like a very Reza thing to say. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
100. And for the record, because people keep hitting me on social media, like, what is it that I wear? It's Chanel Blue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, we
nice
like
smell.
that.
Yeah,
We feel that.
So that's a very nice smell.
for sure.
See?
Yeah.
So okay, so we were talking
And sorry, not to interrupt,
Yeah, no
but
worries.
I'd rather have the approval of 3 beautiful ladies than Reza. So I'm good with that.
Of course.
Approved.
So speaking of just kind of piggybacking off of what you were asking,
Yeah.
you know, in regards to you and Gigi, we've already clarified that you guys are tight like brothers and sisters. So I've been wanting to ask you, okay, it's not too bad. Don't worry, you're giving me that look like, oh my
No.
gosh, what is she about to ask me?
I'm
I'm giving her the look too. Like, wait, what's coming?
No, it's really not that bad. What about you and Destiny? Have you ever had a thing for Destiny?
No. I mean, Destiny's like, from the get, we clicked right away. Destiny's like a homeboy. Like, you know, she actually literally, Nima was a little upset because last week, or, you know, on Watch What Happens Live, she kind of makes a comment. She's like, they ask her, what do you think of Shervin and Nima? She kind of like says, ew. Nima's like, oh, I can't believe she threw that shade. That's messed up, this, that. And she literally said tonight, she goes, Sherv, when they ask me that and I think about you guys, literally, I don't know if I can say this on here. Can I say?
Yes.
Okay. She goes, my dick gets limp. So she's like a dude, right? So, you know, she's like that. She's like one of the homeboys, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
So
good.
we clarified
What do you
that.
think about those comments that Mike made about her? They weren't very nice, and she kind of clarified it, but what stance do you have on that?
So, I mean, there's. I love Mike, but he has quite a few comments to make sometimes. So, which comments exactly are we referring to?
So there was just one public one that came out about her sexuality.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I
So,
figured.
yeah, because the other ones we haven't heard, but you can share. No, I'm
It's just
kidding.
it's just breaking balls, right? It's like, you know, we're all friends, and like, you clown on each other. You say some things that are totally out of the box.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing right or wrong against it. It's just breaking balls, right? I mean, we call Nima Nina, right? So, I mean, do we really think his name is Nina? No, right? So, do we really think, you know, and if her, that is whichever way she chooses to swing, she chooses to swing. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just breaking balls. Like, we don't see you with any guys. You always have all these pretty girls with you. What's up? Why are you trying to come into our territory? You know, we break balls like that.
Yeah.
On the topic of Mike, what do you think about his situation with like relationships and everything?
Is he ready to get married?
Mike wants to get married for sure. I mean, we're boys. We travel together. We hang out together a lot. He definitely likes the concept of getting married. Wants to get married in that kind of culturally, and that's what our parents expect, and that's kind of like what's told of us, and this is what we're supposed to do. But I don't know if he's necessarily ready, right? So,
Yeah, right.
you know, it's like the idea is cool, right? And, you know, I'm in that boat. It's like, okay, I'd like a wife. Cool, let's have a wife. Let's have kids. Let's like have that house and stuff, and y'all can live over there. You know, and I'll be over here. I'll see you on Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays. You know, like, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't blow up my.
Can you say that
social
again?
media. Just kidding, right?
Her life is about to blow up right now.
Yep.
You know, with Morgan, for example, I think Morgan was dope. Everybody really liked her. Real cool chick, very easy to get along with. As Mike would say, she's a thug, right? She was. She wouldn't take shit from anybody, and we respected that. I kind of saw her more as almost like a rebound.
Oh.
You know, just
okay.
because, like, you know, that breakup, his divorce was not easy for him.
But I mean, a rebound to you, they've been separated for like 2 years and divorced. So would that still be considered a rebound?
I mean, it's the first real relationship afterwards, I think is considered the rebound, right?
Okay.
The first, like, one where you go, okay, I'm in a relationship, right? I mean, were there, you know, very short-term...
Yeah.
I would say a few hours, but it's Mikey, so a few minutes flings. Yeah, probably, you know. But, you know, the first real one, I think it's kind of like you're dipping your toe in, you're not necessarily sure.
Yeah.
You might jump in and kind of change your mind, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of like that. Did he like her? Did he respect her? 100%. He never spoke a single bad word about her, even to this day. Was he really there to kind of get there? You know, they were having fun. He was kind of, they were having fun, and then she wanted a little bit more. And then when it kind of got to that level, like, shit or get off the pot, it was like, I got to get off.
Okay.
Oh, it's like, okay, we see where this is
I
coming
mean, but you got to
Yes.
respect it, right? He didn't drag her along. You know,
Yeah.
he kept it real. He was
Right.
like, look, I'm not there.
Right.
I think for a second we thought he was going to.
Right.
Right.
And then everything happened.
Well, the other thing is,
Yeah.
I mean, Morgan's not Jewish, right?
Yeah.
So, and I told him, I'm like, you have the balls to take another non-Jewish girl to your mom? And his mom she'll castrate him on the spot with a butter knife.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, you gotta do that. He's like, no, right? So, you know, inevitably it kind of like, hey, you know, we're dating, we're having fun, she's really cool, we have a great time together, but then shit's getting serious, and it's like,
Okay.
He's not gonna go toe-to-toe with his mom. I wouldn't go toe-to-toe with his mom. Shit, the U.S. Army would go toe-to-toe with his mom.
Would you go toe-to-toe with your mom?
My
if you
mom's
were...
a different story.
Okay.
He always says, he's like, oh, we're both mama's boys. I'm like, yeah, we're both mama's boys in that we love our moms, but you ask your mom permission for everything, whereas my mom asked me permission for everything. So there's a little difference there.
It's a little bit
And there's
different
nothing
there.
wrong with it. It's just, you know, to each their own, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's break down tonight's episode because we definitely want to get your thoughts into this. We're going to start off talking about the prenup between MJ and Tommy and this whole situation. So MJ pretty much wants everything Tommy has and everything Tommy builds after they get married, and MJ doesn't get to give anything to MJ. Thoughts on this? What do we think? Do you ladies think a prenup is necessary? Because Reza didn't get a prenup at all.
Yeah, I was shocked by that, to be honest with you.
I don't think I was shocked.
Really?
Not with MJ. I don't feel like I was shocked, but at the same time, she kind of did explain herself as to why she wanted it. I don't think I 100% agree with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she was like, I'm being like a feminist here and I got to protect myself. But at the same time, it's like you guys are in a relationship.
Right, you're marrying for love.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about love. For me, it was very one-sided. Like, I understand she's trying to protect herself and she's trying to protect her assets. But at the same time, when you're going in there and you're like, well, I want half of what you have and you can't get anything. You know, I just feel like that's very
it's basically
selfish.
what's mine is mine and what's yours is going to be mine too.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's smart.
Well, you
Taking
know,
notes.
in all fairness, I think the prenup thing, unfortunately, today's day and age, is something that's kind of necessary. You have to have it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some people could argue, be like, well, you don't need a ring to get married, right? And then a lot of people are like, what the hell, you do need a ring. So the prenup, I think, is important. Like, I think everybody should have one. It's kind of one of those things, nobody really wants to deal with it. Once you knock it out, get out the park, sign, put away, you never have to look at it again, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right?
But why wait like it was like
Well,
2
the whole
weeks
thing
before
was
the wedding?
rushed. Like, it was kind of like, we're getting married. And it's like, and if you guys, you guys met MJ, right?
Yes.
It's like, okay. MJ will start getting ready 4 hours before she has to come to AfterBuzz, right? And about 20 minutes before the car actually shows up is when she actually starts getting ready. The other 3 hours and 40 minutes is kind of like floating around and like, oh, look, a half a burrito. And then there's like over here, like, there's something going on. And she just gets, she gets easily distracted. So I think that's kind of how the wedding thing worked out too. And it was kind of like, oh shit, it's crunch time to knock it all out.
Yeah.
Now, to her defense, also, I will throw out that she is Persian, and we are quite the negotiators. And she did ask for everything, but we kind of do that on purpose. You ask for everything, you let them negotiate you down. Right? And then
That's
if
smart
they say
negotiation,
okay,
yeah.
you're not going to say no, right? You'll just take it all,
That
right?
reminds me when you're buying a car.
Oh, that's
what you
why
do.
so many Persians are car dealers. Haven't you ever noticed that? Go to any one of these car dealerships I'm going and show me the non-Persian dealership.
Yeah,
that.
it reminds my sister. She just purchased a car and she brought it down by like thousands of dollars. And then the guy was like, "No, how much do you want it for?" And she wrote down her phone number and she's like, "When you're ready, call me."
Oh,
like
I'm
it
talking about
was,
that's how you do it.
So
Yes.
there's
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to take notes. Shows, brothers, sisters, anybody.
100.
Okay, so then we also have. You guys, we love that you guys are always commenting, watching us. We have our live chat up, so if you guys have any questions for Shervin, let us know. We have our live chat up. And as always, we are thanking you for tuning in. We are on iTunes, now on Spotify, right?
Yes, we're on Spotify now.
Dope.
Yes.
All right, so hey AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV Talk.
Woo! Wow, we're all synchronized today. Okay, so let's jump into Destiny and Reza. And this was, as I've mentioned before, it's very emotional for me to watch because I am like totally Destiny's shoes. But now her mom let out a little bit of more information. And the way that like Destiny was shaking in her boots, and it was just, I don't know, it was, for me, it was an eye-opening experience. And then again, I was like, this is a transformation for her. Like, she's actually going out there and she's going to find her dad.
Yeah. When I was watching that scene of her, like, when they were both getting information from her mom, honestly, it looked like a borderline, she was about to have an anxiety attack almost. And it just, I was feeling her at that moment. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is really traumatic for her. You know what I mean? And because she would, like you said, she was shaking. And so I just really felt like I just kind of connected with her on an emotional level. This is really serious.
I felt like it was one step closer to her healing. Definitely the names that her mom gave her, because she came from having no information to having something, a few names. It was one step for her, I felt like.
For sure.
And, you know.
How do you guys feel about that? You guys think that her mom's doing a good thing by kind of withholding information and kind of resisting Destiny's search? Or do you think that it sucks? Like, no, her mom should be more supportive and like give up everything she has and not give it out piece by piece and almost have to have it sucked out.
Yeah, I think it's hard for her mom to let it out because I think there's a lot more of information that she knows that she doesn't want her daughter to know. And then also as well, what can happen is that once Destiny finds out, it could be that this causes a strain in the relationship. And she can probably think that she's going to find out something that's going to make me maybe hate her mom or think about her mom differently when all she was trying to do was protect her.
Right. But see, that's what I'm concerned about, right? Like all this information coming out, like if she doesn't find out through her mom, I understand she's trying to protect her, but I don't think she's really helping her at the same time because she sees how much this means to her and how much it's hurting her. Like it's hurting her not knowing this.
It is.
So that's how I feel about it.
It is. I agree with you, and I think her mom, like, you know, did the best. You know, everybody does the best they can.
Right.
And with the limited resources she had and whatever she had to deal with, she raised these kids to grown-ass adults, and they're awesome. You know, Destiny and her sister, they're beautiful people. And I think at a certain point, it's like, okay, you can only protect them so far, and then at a certain point, you got to be like, if you really want to know, you know, this is where I can't help you anymore. And here's everything I have.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for her to be on. And I was watching her on Watch What Happens Live. I think she was there last Thursday. And her dad was brought up and she still got teary-eyed. Like, it's just automatic, the tears come out.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's literally a problem that hasn't been solved her entire life. Literally. Right. So.
Yeah, and I think Reza is a huge support system, and this whole season we've been seeing that he's been really a great friend. For sure. Is Reza that great of a great friend to you as well? Yeah,
Reza's always kind of like he's definitely the patriarch of the group, and you can definitely lean on him, and he will support you in a position where you're weak. At the same time, when you're wrong, he's going to let you know to your face. Yeah. And he's not going to do it in like a quiet corner either. He's going to call it out in front of everybody. So you know, you think twice before popping off.
For sure. We definitely saw that last week between him and Mike.
Was he mad at you? Was Reza mad at you for telling Mike that he had told you about?
Oh, no, not at all. Okay. I mean, you kind of realize like sometimes you tell somebody a secret because you can't say it out yourself. Yeah. And you want them to say it, you know? So, you know, and I could tell, like, he's telling me because he wants me to gain more information on it, but because Mike told him, he can't come and say it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But you brought it out in the open. You brought it out on the table.
I mean, listen, that's the thing about us. We hold each other accountable, right? And that's kind of our claim to fame. So we're always going to hold each other accountable. We're not going to do it behind closed doors. We're going to do it right front and center in front of everybody. You're going to deal with it. And we're going to help.
Lisa on our live chat says, ask him how many times does he work out a week?
My question.
Lisa is checking you out on our live chat.
Hey, Lisa. I work out 6 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like my meditation. You know, it makes me feel good. My mom used to say, why do you work out so much? I'm like, Mom, you know, you shower every day. When I sweat, I feel like I'm showering from the inside. You know, so after like 2-3 days, if I don't, like I'm in a bad mood, I feel gross. Yeah. I'm the asshole that packs my workout gear when I go on a trip. Like when I book my hotel, I'm like, so what kind of a gym do they have? Where's the closest Equinox? right? So
Oh my God. We have Julie on my live feed saying, "Are you a player or you just crush a lot?"
what? I guess that depends on which you define crush. Listen. I'm me. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not looking for anything special. I'm kind of like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'm in this like, I'm okay where I'm at stage.
Okay. Well, we'll dig more into that as we talk about
Sure
relationships. So let's move on to Reza and MJ. So MJ decides to, which shouldn't be funny, but they made it really funny, lay her dad's ashes in Malibu. And it was an emotional moment as they were saying their speeches, and their, the fact that Reza got so deep and kind of like gave his whole thanks to her dad. That was really deep. And then they threw out the ashes, and some flew in Reza's mouth, and then some were just laid there. I really thought they were gonna hop on a boat and just go in the middle of the ocean and let go of these ashes.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but at the same time, it did have like a touch of MJ and Reza's personality into the whole situation.
For
$1,000,000%.
sure. That's what made it funny. Even
So,
though I feel guilty kind of laughing because I'm like, I know it's a serious moment, but they made it funny.
If God forbid MJ or Reza were to spread ashes, this is how it would end up.
This is
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, would you expect it to be like some perfect picture clear, like, Sound of Music style?
I would
like,
wish.
setting?
Right?
No, this is MJ and Reza. You're not going to get that with this group.
Yeah, and then MJ was like, "It looks pretty."
I know. I was like,
It looks pretty. It was nice.
Like, that's something that would happen in, like, the show Lassie, right? Where it's, like, nice and perfect and nothing wrong. MJ and Reza, somebody's going to swallow some ashes. They're going to cough.
that was funny.
Yeah, and then Reza's cat passed away too, which MJ gave to her to him 16 years ago. So that was really touching. But I'm thinking, where was Vita in this whole situation?
I haven't seen Vita.
Yeah. That's
I
a
would
good
think she
question.
would have wanted to be part of this moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Vita's very close was very close with Shams as well. And they definitely loved each other to the very end. But, I mean, the fact does remain that MJ had a totally different relationship with her father than Vita did. And even until the very end, poor Shams, God rest his soul, in the hospital room would still look at Vita and say she's the most beautiful, woman on earth. But again, MJ had a very different relationship, and I think it was something where she needed to have her final closure on her own because it was such a different relationship. And everybody deals with grief in a different way. And Reza had a very special relationship with him. With both MJ's parents. I mean, Reza told us that MJ's parents were the ones that he came out to.
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously, like, that's how close they were. So, I think it's very fitting that he go along with her on that.
For sure.
Yeah, it was a nice touch that they gave it too for
Definitely.
both of them.
Yeah.
Definitely. The win, they weren't anticipating.
That win. Okay, so you guys, let's jump into Gigi's launch party.
Oh my gosh,
Woosah.
yes.
Woosah.
Woosah.
We do need
Yes.
some woosah before we get started.
Yes.
I have to ask this question first. What did you think about Gigi's elevator pitch? Because you weren't very honest.
You really weren't.
Last episode. And I have to say you weren't, even though you said otherwise.
I wasn't honest.
No.
How's that?
You can tell by your facial expression right now and last episode.
Okay, so it was her first time, guys. I mean, we're talking about Golnesa. She's self-admittedly never had a job before in her life. I mean, literally, her job is to swipe her father's credit card. So, and she says it. She goes, "No, I don't understand what that means. My daddy does that," right? So literally, she still says this. And it's like, I'm really proud of her for finally finding something she's passionate about and putting into it. So the last thing I want to do is demotivate her, right? And it's like, okay, okay, look. Don't shake your head like that. Okay, hold on.
Listen.
You got a 7, 8-year-old kid. Not to say Golnesa is a 7, 8-year-old kid, but I'm just saying somebody's doing something for the first time. They might be playing t-ball, and when they hit the ball, they suck. You're still gonna say good job, and you're gonna want to give that positive reinforcement. So that's what I wanted to do. I mean, from a traditional business standpoint, if I was sitting in that room as an investor, I probably wouldn't have been sitting in the room throughout the entire pitch, right? I would have definitely got up and walked out. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? But, I really wish she would have taken some more of my advice. That's all.
So you did give her more advice
Oh,
after.
yeah. I was like, no, beforehand. I'm like, Golnesa, when you go up
Okay.
there,
Right.
do not tell them that you've never had a job. And what was the first thing she does? She's like, okay, so, I've never really had a job. And, the other thing is, I get it, you're nervous. I get it, you are product researching your own stuff. Let's not product research before the pitch. I mean, that's, I thought that would be reasonable. But,
Okay. So that was your angle, just the whole analogy. Okay, you picture a 7-year-old child. You're still gonna motivate them even if they suck.
I'm saying I'm about positive reinforcement. Right?
Okay.
I'd like her to get back up and try again. Right? And in all fairness, during the Wusa thing, she did give a good speech and she had a great launch party.
She did.
So had we destroyed her confidence, she may have not pushed forward. And it's like she's finally doing something. I'm gonna shut on it, Let's try to help.
Yeah.
Do you give this much positive enforcement to Nima so he can pursue Gigi?
I definitely gave positive reinforcement in not pursuing Gigi.
Ah, okay.
I was like, are you
So you
fucking
aren't
crazy?
Okay, you're not
It's
on board
like,
with that.
Really? Bro, bad idea. Like, that is a tree you do not want to bark up. I mean, bad idea.
Well, he was barking up all that tree tonight.
Yes.
He was.
Caressing her and
That's what happens when my boy gets that rosé in him.
his rosé, yeah.
It's like he's, Nima's got a glass of rosé and he smelled my breath after a tequila shot and he's fucked up. What can I say? I mean, some people don't have the tolerance. I'm like, are you sure you're Persian? I want a 23andMe on this kid, by the way. We should check. Because, we're supposed to be able to handle our liquor. I don't know what's up with this kid. We'll work on him. We'll work on him.
Yeah. As the party gets started, Gigi talks about the ring and the fact that she still has it. And she's wearing the band, not the actual ring. We've already kind of said our thoughts here about what to do with the ring. What do you think she should do with the ring? Should she give it back?
I thought she should give it back. I mean, she's like, this guy's harassing me. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's getting involved. And what's his thing? I want the ring. Just give him the fucking ring.
Yeah.
Right? It's not, you're not going to, what are you going to do with it? You're going to wear it? I think Golnesa liked the concept of being married a lot more than actually being married. I think she liked the ring. I think she liked, oh, my husband, I'm married, my wedding, right? Than actually having to be the wife. You know what I mean? And I think she had a hard time letting go of that. And I think it was a little, I think she had to kind of, just like Grievance, just like how MJ kind of came to her completion, or how Destiny is coming on her search to find her center on this and become whole over the situation. I think Golnesa needs to become whole, and until she does, she can't let go of that ring.
So does she still wear it today?
That we're going to have to wait and find out.
Oh,
That was sneaky. That was sneaky. I'm 4 years deep. I'm watching.
Damn it.
Nima would have fallen for that. Okay? When he's in
Nima,
here,
you're
you drop
next.
that to him. Yeah,
You're on the hot seat next.
I'll try it out on him.
Yeah. So we also saw that Gigi, she gave out her speach. She did a little bit better.
Yes, she did.
You had a lot.
She did,
a lot
yes.
better. I think she was in she was like in her comfort zone. She was like around a lot of people.
Right.
people she knows.
People that she knows.
As opposed to like a
Bunch of
cold room
strangers.
where it's like dark, you can't really see faces.
Right. And you had a strong opinion about her elevator pitch last week. Did you think she did a better job this week?
Absolutely. Yeah, she
Yeah?
redeemed herself.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Because you went
give
on
her
a
that.
rant last week
I
of
did.
just like, what was she
because I felt like she
thinking?
could have taken it more seriously.
Yeah.
I just really feel that way. And you were very helpful. Nima was very helpful. So she had all the support that she needed to take it very seriously. So I understand she's never had a job before. I get that. But for me personally, it's still not an excuse.
Yeah.
Take it seriously. And now she's really going to have to take it seriously because she has investor. She has
an investor.
Yeah, she has an investor
she's
now.
actually good.
A
There's
distributor.
money.
Yeah.
There's money on the line.
There
There's
is-
skin in the game, right?
There you
totally.
go.
And I totally agree with you. I think she could have, would have, should have, definitely could have taken it more seriously. I think it was kind of necessary for her to fall in order to really want to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nemo wants her to succeed more than anything. Like, this guy is putting in so much effort.
Nemo's over there with the prenup, like, listen, I got half a Musa. Y'all gonna kick over.
Like, Nima, chill.
Yes.
It's just fixing her slides, giving her positive reinforcement, printing out those pictures of her and saying, these are your different, I don't know,
But I
personality
kind of
sides.
like that, though. I love seeing a man just being so helpful to a woman and being genuine. He really wants to see her succeed. Like, I love
Does
watching
he or
that.
does he want just...
Well, I mean, there may be some other intentions behind it, but I think genuinely he wants to see her succeed. All this effort and time he's put in, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I just feel like he's genuine about
I
it.
agree. Okay, well, I'll give you guys a little back end information.
Please do.
And I've actually had long conversations with Nima about this. And did he have feelings for Golnesa, genuine feelings? 100%. Did I tell him it was a bad idea? 1,000,000%. Did we go over that back and forth? Lots of times. Kicking Rosé? Definitely repeated it. But he also has this spot where he's like, listen, I really consider her a friend. And I want the best for her because she's a good person. And that was my thing. Like season 4, season 5, I supported Golnesa so much. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, some of the other cast members were like, you're wasting your time. She does this all the time. Like, you know, you're it's all failure. I was like, I'm not going to give up. And the whole thing was Golnesa has the hugest heart, right? Hugest heart. I mean, tip her the wrong way, Loch Nessa comes out, bites your hand off. But if you don't, huge heart. And, you know, that's what made me kind of stand by her. Nima recognized this really, really early on, too. And he really wanted to help her. So, did he help her because he was trying to get in her pants? No. Would he have loved to get in her pants? Yes.
It just
But
looks
that's
so
not what-
forced.
He
It just looks so forced.
does.
I don't feel that. I think it's
It
genuine.
looks like he's just trying too hard. That's the way that it's
Well,
coming
yeah,
across.
I guess that side of him that has
Cheesy.
feelings for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I think he just has really strong feelings, or I don't know if he still does, but
We're gonna have to wait and find out. So that's strike two.
trying,
Strike
keep
two.
trying,
Strike
keep
two.
trying.
Keep
Yeah.
going. You know, try again. Try again.
We're gonna keep trying here. Okay, so then Gigi calls herself Boss Nessa, which I loved.
yeah.
And did you save her under Boss Nessa under your contacts
No,
now?
it's
No,
Poops.
It's Poops. Okay.
She's got the little poop emoji too. It's great.
Cute.
Oh,
A little poop.
Dope.
So she has an investor now, which is amazing. I'm thinking like, did Nima have something to do with this? But then I'm like, no, the girl like did her best. She pulled off an amazing launch party. I think she totally did redeem herself, and I'm excited to see where it takes her.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about the relationship between them two, because according to Nima, he says that the minute the group goes away, the texts come through. And they look like very frisky, and it just looked automatic. That
It
chemistry, that seemed
And that's
natural
what
to
changed
me.
your mind today,
It
right?
did change
Yeah.
my mind because, as you know, I had my harsh opinions about them too, and I just felt that I almost felt like the feelings were not genuine on either side, and they were just doing it for the cameras. But tonight, I was convinced.
Yeah.
I was truly convinced, just because of just the interaction and him like touching her
Yeah,
and feeling her. I was
he
like,
went in.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so basically, the nerdy kid finally got the cheerleader, huh? It's interesting. You know, I definitely think they have a genuine care for each other, 100%, and you guys will get to see more. But I also think that Golnesa likes to be in power. Boss Nessa, you guys can tell. So having that guy wrapped around her finger, you know, she also is smart enough to know that if she doesn't kind of hit the ping pong ball back every once in a while, he'll eventually quit, and that'll stop. So I told him, I'm like, that's part of her game, bro. Take it easy, easy. So, you know, you guys will see how that unfolds, because it does unfold in a way that you won't be able to guess.
Do we get to see you go on a double date with Mona?
Who?
You, Mona,
Me, Mona?
Yes.
Gigi, and
Inquiring
Nima.
minds wanna
'Cause
know.
Okay, so let me tell you, I saw the eyes that you were giving her during MJ's bridal party. You guys were flirting it up. I was like, I called it out here.
Who,
I'm
me
like,
and Mona?
yes, you and Mona. I was like, ooh, there is something going on there.
There was a few moments where you could
Yes.
really
Yeah.
see.
That's so funny.
So,
Okay,
funny.
so I'm a big proponent of not not messing around where you eat, right? So like this is like we're like a family, you know, we spend a lot of time together, you do some traveling together, you got countless hours, you know, you have late nights, you have all these things, and you see each other in your best and your worst. I kind of like to leave, you know, the dynamic like that. I don't like to mess with it. It ruins the group mojo, the vibe, right? If somebody like kind of does that. And that was the other thing I told Nima. I'm like, we're kind of a crew here, bro. And you come, you do this. It doesn't ever really fully repair one way or the other. So careful. Mona's a great girl. I think she's awesome. She's actually dating, not me. And you know, I think she's great. I don't foresee a future for me and Mona romantically, but you know, I wish her the best. And you know, she's one of the homegirls. Like,
Do you think she and Mike could ever worked out, like for real, for real? Because in the beginning,
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I think their personalities are just too different.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
On our live chat, we have quite a few people watching. Lisa Morris, 1966, says, Destiny is one of my favorite people on the show. I'm glad they added her to the show. We think so, too.
Dustin's dope.
Queen Bee says, player. Haha. So she thinks you're a
Swervin'
player.
Shervin.
Yes, Swervin Shervin.
There you go.
Lisa also adds, yes, I would say player 2.
Duh, I'm sitting here with 4 girls.
Yeah.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
She's Crystal. Oh my God. Crystal is joining us on our live chat. She could not be here tonight, but she'll be here next week. We totally miss her. She says, you're so close to Gigi. You think you got Pool to bring her on the show. Yes, girl, we're working on it. And then
I almost had her come. I told you this.
yeah. So that would have been amazing.
That would be cool.
Lisa also adds, Gigi needs positive reinforcement to give the ring back. Queen Bee also adds, give it back. And yeah, we have just those comments and everybody saying you look handsome. So many of you
Thank you.
saying you look
Thank
handsome.
you.
Yeah. Where do you work out? Where do you work out?
Equinox, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into some. We kind of want to ask you like a few questions because we don't get a lot of background as to what you dedicate your time and efforts. We know you're into businesses, but we also know that you have a lot of things that you've been working on. So, is there anything in the works that you're launching soon?
Okay, so I recently opened our fine dining restaurant in West Seattle. It's called Vine and Spoon.
Okay. Seattle.
In Seattle, yeah. So I have a hospitality group in Seattle. We have a club, we have some restaurants, some lounges. We're doing a rebuild on one of our lounges. And the grand opening of our new clothing store is November 2nd. And it's called Estate, and that's in Capitol Hill in Seattle as well. Then I'm working on something in the health and wellness space. It's not finalized, I can't release it, but let's just say we're going to disrupt vitamins.
Oh.
So,
Interesting.
It's all about health, right?
could you? Yeah.
Today, what does everybody want today? They want to live forever,
Right.
and they want to look young forever.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
We're going to try to help.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Can this lead you to, I don't know, being an investor into Gigi's company? Business?
You know,
Because I feel like
originally-
you're an investor yourself, right?
I am an investor, and originally I was offered the COO position by her.
Wow.
And unfortunately, I had to regretfully deny because the time commitment I just didn't have. You know, I'm operating all these businesses, and each one I'm kind of like splitting up my day. I literally work from when I open my eyes to when I close them. And again, that's one of the benefits of being single, not married, not having kids, right? I mean, this is what I get to put my time into. I always thought while I am single, I will do this so that later on when I have a family, I get to enjoy them.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, you know, I wasn't able to. It's real. I mean, I'm not the first person to say it. It's very cliche. You don't mix business and friendship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I would have to kill her, and then it's like
I
I gotta
gets
call
dirty.
MJ. She has to come with the shovel and the gloves. And Mike's got to bring the bleach, and then he always spills it, and it's like it's just a mess. And then like I got to change old carpet in the trunk of the car. It's just I just don't want to do it again. It sucks.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
So before we end the show, I want to go around and have us ask you a dating question because we saw a lot of your dating and your relationship with your ex
Oh, yes.
last season, and we know how that ended. So now I'll go first. So I'll ask you, because you said you're actively dating, what do you think about sliding in the DMs?
Sliding in the DMs.
Yes.
What do I think about sliding in the DMs? I think, you know what?
Yay or nay?
In all fairness, today, that's just how it is. I mean, we got to accept it, right? It's like, what do you think about, like, texting? This is part of the new technology and the revolution in communication, right? I mean, Remember when we were kids and you passed little notes in class? You guys are probably younger than me, so you didn't really do that. But we did, right? So now you just shoot a fucking text. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So it's like, no disrespect. I mean, you just kind of slip up.
So it's fine if someone were to slide into your DM, and do you slide into others' DMs?
I think that if anybody chooses to use that as a form of communication, that I don't frown upon it. I personally don't.
Okay.
But I don't frown upon it. Hey, man, you do you.
Okay, see, that kind of, you kind of already asked the question that I was wanting to ask, so maybe it.
I can change mine.
Oh, she got a second question.
Yeah, I mean, so, see, mine was tying into that in terms of like you prefer the more traditional way, like actually going out and just meeting someone on the spot. Have you tried online dating? And what has been your experience with online dating?
You know, okay, MJ and Tommy are picture childs for that, right? They met on Tinder, now they're married. They're expecting. My brother and his wife met on eHarmony. You know, and I've got a beautiful nephew out of it. And I couldn't fathom a more perfect match. So I have nothing against it. Again, this is technology. And anytime somebody does have something against technology, I always argue. I say, listen, if you're going to have something against this, get a headache, don't take an Advil, don't drive a car, don't use a cell phone, ride a horse and write a letter when you want to talk to somebody. Like this, times are changing. We got to get with it. You don't want to be like grandma. It's like, no, in my day, we used to, you know. That doesn't apply anymore.
Exactly.
So I don't have anything against online dating. I think it's totally fine. Unfortunately, being a little bit more recognized, somewhat of a public figure, I can't be on online dating because why? Every asshole takes a screenshot and starts getting circulated the text. And right? So, no thanks. Right? I'm good with that. Yeah. And you get a lot of catfish too, right? So, and it's funny sometimes.
That would be interesting.
Sometimes we'll sit there and we'll look at some of the DMs that come in, right? And it's like, okay, normally it's like a drunken night. It's like, hey, let's have some laughs. And you'll see somebody like with these ridiculous pictures, and they'll have all of 3 followers, about 5 pictures posted, and it's like, oh, this is a real account, 100%. Right? So
someone is trolling you.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. So I don't partake, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
So you had experience with long distance relationships, right? How was your experience, and what is your opinion now on long distance?
The long distance relationship is definitely difficult. I mean, a relationship from the Bay Area to LA is difficult. Try one from here to Australia. Literally, you cannot get farther than that. Like, that's it. Farthest point on earth. Wasn't easy at all. However, you know, I think it has to do with the people. We were very close and kind of there. The relationship developed much faster than I anticipated. Similar to Mike's situation, that's why I can comment so easily because I relate. It was kind of like, okay, here's this chick, she lives on the other side of the world. I mean, how far is it gonna go? And all of a sudden you realize, wait a second, you know, a few months has gone by, we're still talking, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want like, okay, well, I don't want it to stop, but I didn't necessarily aim for it to get here. And I ended up in kind of like this no man's land of, it just happened, right? Long distance relationships are definitely difficult. It definitely takes 2 to tango, and you're both gonna have to want to make it happen. And I'll tell you, it can only last very temporarily. There's no way you're gonna do that long run. I mean, that's just stupid. That's not possible. If somebody sits on one side of the earth and thinks that on the other side of the earth, they haven't seen whoever they're dating, they see them like twice a year, and they're in an exclusive relationship, yeah, bro, you're smoking that woosah too.
Smoking that GG woosah.
That's it.
Good stuff. Alrighty, ladies. So we have run out of time. But of course, we'd like to thank you so much, Shervin, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being somewhat gentle. And, you know,
we just wanted to have fun and join you into the conversation.
CG, don't be scared. You should come next week.
No, she should.
Come
here.
Yes.
We'll enjoy some woosah too if you want to. No, I'm kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching. Ladies, let them know where everybody can find you to continue the conversation.
Hey everyone, I'm Dania Marie, and you can find me on all social media at Dania Marie 9.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Nycole Hutchens, and you can find me on Instagram at @TheRealNycole.
Hey guys, I'm Mayte Carrillo. You can find me everywhere at This Is Mayte, and you can find me Monday nights, Real Housewives of OC, and Will and Grace Thursday nights, and of course, Shahs of Sunset. Crystal, you were missed. We will see you all here next week. Thank you once again, Shervin.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll chat next week.
Sure.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.